remember I said when I am 24, I'm going to have 3 kids. I'm going to be married for like 2 years already. I'm going to be in this big mansion. This was all in high school. Lord, was I so wrong. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So today I'm going to be having a chat with you guys, just me. The kids are still asleep. It's actually super early in the morning. My husband has left to go work out. So I thought I'd take this time to really just sit and chat with you guys and answer some questions from my Instagram. I did the Ask Me. So I'm going to answer some questions at the end. But today I wanted to cover 7 tips for balancing life as a wife and as a mother. It's really 3 things because you never want to forget about self. You never want to forget about the woman, the human being, outside of being a wife and outside of being a mother. But I wanted to touch on these topics so that maybe it could help someone else while it's also helping me. So let's get started. So the first thing I want to start with is just saying marriage is wonderful. Okay, personally mine is, but just in general, being married, it's a wonderful thing. It's a blessing. Sometimes we tend to forget that we're still human beings. We forget that we're still imperfect beings and that it's not always going to be peachy keen. Sometimes people think once you get married, everything is going to be, phenomenal, and you'll be able to just have communication skills that are out of this world. Everything is just going to flow. No, it's not how it is. You're still going to argue. You're still going to not see eye to eye. You're still going to disagree about things regarding your children. So many things. It's a wonderful thing, but it's all about how you balance it. It's all about how you are communicating with each other. And one thing we have to remember is when we stop communicating, this is where you're now allowing more issues to come in between your relationship, in between your marriage, and everything else. And then of course once you throw kids into that, it just puts a spin on top of everything after that. So the thing with being a mom, sometimes it could be extremely stressful, especially when you're a mother and you're a wife. Whether you're a wife or a girlfriend and you're in the same household, you're always naturally as a woman going to feel obligated to make sure that you're taking care of your spouse and making sure that you're taking care of your children. Again, it can become extremely stressful at times because you want to make sure that you're feeding both sides. You want to make sure that you're giving yourself to both sides equally, if not more, for one or the other. God said put your husband or your wife after him and before everything else. But so it can be stressful sometimes, and just trying to find a balance is something super important to your own mental health, and just making sure that you are in the best space that you could possibly be in. So the first tip is finding time for yourself. This is a super important tip, and I put it as number 1 because, first of all, if you are not 100% within yourself, if you're not good mentally, physically, spiritually, that's a big one. You cannot give any of yourself to anyone else. You cannot provide a service, acts of service to anyone else if you're not 100% within yourself. You need to make sure that you're taking care of yourself. I can't stress it enough how being physically fit and just feeling good about your body helps you with so many other things. Getting up and working out, if that's what you do at the start of your day, perfect. Even if you can't get to it until the evening or the afternoon, just making sure that you find time to physically take care of your body is super, super important, and it helps a lot when it comes to how the rest of your day flows. Granted, I'm not gonna lie, a lot of times I get my workout done in the evening because I don't like to wake up. My husband is an early bird. He wakes up at 7 a.m. every morning. He gets in his Bible, does his praise and worship, and then he has those kids. So yeah, taking care of yourself physically, mentally, and spiritually is super, super important to make sure that you have some type of connection with God each and every day. Spending time with Him, just Him, giving Him His time. Again, it all helps with you mentally to just kind of refocus for the day and clear your head and your head space, and really just prepare to say, okay, so today I have this on my schedule, or alone just taking care of them kids. Like, let me talk to God and make sure that He continues to give me patience, because my kids like to try me. So, spend time with yourself. Do things for yourself. Take yourself on a date. I understand with COVID, there's not many options, but go out, do something by yourself. Even if it's during your workout, going and clearing your head by yourself. Take time for yourself, guys, men and women. I can't stress it enough. You have to have some time for yourself, or you're going to go crazy. Okay? All right, tip number 3. This one is my favorite. This one is the most important when it comes to your relationship. Keep the romance alive. Taking time for one another. So let me just tell y'all, we work from home, okay? Francis and I are both social media analysts, social media marketing for a multi-million dollar company. So we basically run a big part of their social media. I also provide consulting to clients across all social media platforms that are trying to build their brands. I also work on auditions with Jade, and her and Avery are social media influencers. Avery's more of just a wing it. I don't really push that on her, or try to make her do certain things, because when my little 2-year-old is a savage, she does whatever she wants to do. She's more of a dancer. Put some music on, and Avery is just, she does whatever she wants to do. Jade always wants to record. She always wants to do makeup tutorials or mukbangs, or just stuff like that. She always wants to do something like that. So I encourage her to continue to do it. But then I do auditions with her. She has an agent. She has a manager. They send her roles. And then on top of that, I have to be the parent. I have to be, like, there's so many jobs. So many jobs. But I am also a wife. Okay? My husband is also a husband. And I think it's super easy when you're working from home and your kids are at home, especially again during COVID. It's so easy for us to push the romance to the back burner because so many other things are going on. But it's super important to remain intimate with your spouse and your partner. It's super important to know their love language. And this is something, I'm gonna be honest, that I struggle with sometimes. I get so wrapped up into everything that is going on through the day. My husband is very affectionate, and it honestly used to be flipped. Right before we got pregnant with Avery, I used to be the super clingy one. Not that he's clingy now, but I used to be the super clingy one, and now I'm more of like a, I don't know, I'm just not as touchy as I used to be. My husband loves affection. He loves to show me affection. He knows my love language. But so it was so easy to forget about those things once so many other things started coming into the picture. But it is extremely important for us to remember to have time for each other. Even if we do date nights at home, if the kids can't go anywhere, once we put them down to bed at 8 o'clock, just setting up a time to say, hey, we're going to do at-home date nights. We're going to do a movie, but let's, spread the blankets out on the floor and get the snacks and the wine and everything and just do something different. Just switching things up, just creating an intimate environment, a loving environment. Just don't forget to show your spouse love. Don't forget to show them attention, the random attention. Hi, Avery. Hello, Mama. Okay, well, Boogie's here now. But yeah, don't forget to show your spouse attention because they need it. Just like we have to show our kids attention and give our children affection throughout the day, our husbands and our wives need that as well. Tip 4 is basically teaching your kids how to support dad's role as a dad, as a provider. Making sure that you guys get that time in, making sure that your children are always actively spending time with just dad, so that they can develop their own relationship with him. It in return helps your relationship with your children and with your spouse. Then you feel a little more in sync. Dad knows their ins and their outs. Dad knows their routine. So, of course, if one of the parents, something were to happen, God forbid, where they were no longer here, or they just took a day off and they went to go do something, or they went out of town, whatever, the other parent knows how to pick up right after the other one is gone. Again, communicating and just flowing within your relationship and just balancing. It's not easy being a mom. It's not easy being a wife. But communication is going to be the big thing for you. Number 5, admitting, and I know this is hard for us ladies, admitting that we can't do it all on our own. Now, before everybody get all crazy and not, no, I hold my own. I can do it. I know you can. I know you can, girl. I know it. But it's okay for us to want help. It's okay for us to say, hey, I'm having a day. Hey, I need help with this. Hey, I need you to take these kids because they're driving me crazy. It's totally fine for us to do that, okay? I'm going to tell y'all now, I'm going through a phase where, the kids have been with us for like over a month. Usually they go to like their aunt or someone wants them for like a day or two. But they've been with us. They haven't went anywhere with everything going on with COVID. We've all been home. And the last week, I feel like my children have really tried me. Right, Avery? The last week, I feel like my kids have really tried me. Jade has really been trying me. Avery, Avery has really been trying me. Hey, you've been trying me. So I've been almost on edge, like, it'll be like little things, just them being kids. So, you understand that. But of course, like, sometimes you get drained as a mom, like, okay, I need a break. And it's okay to say that. So don't feel like you cannot say, I need a break. Okay? Okay. Number 6, something I struggle with that I'm really working on. Practicing proper time management, Mom. Come on, Mom. Hi. Let me tell you guys, sometimes I will go, before I go to bed at night, I have an entire schedule planned out, okay? Entire schedule. And then there are times where I wake up and I wing the entire day. This is a big no-no, okay? Because when you don't plan out your day, it's a quote, failing to prepare is preparing to fail. I have to tell myself, like, come on, Mom, come on, wife. You didn't plan anything for the day. You didn't have any type of schedule, anything like put together. And so I find myself winging the day, and then I find myself wasting the day. When you're trying to balance being a wife and being a mother, it's all about preparing yourself for that day. Getting yourself ready to conquer the day. Make sure that you guys make some type of schedule, especially with the kids. Have activities. If they're going to be at home, have some activities for them so that you're keeping them occupied, but you can also take time for yourself. You could also sneak off and take a few minutes for your significant other. Okay, the last one. Number 7, develop a positive attitude in every situation. Now, let me tell you how I struggle with this one. When it comes to me being a wife, I struggle because my patience is real thin. I need you to take the trash out. And my husband is sitting on the couch and he's like, sure, babe. Yeah, I'll do it. I will literally sit there and I will tap until he gets up to do it. And that frustrates him. But I don't have any patience. And I try so hard. And for me, and I always try to communicate it with him, that if I'm asking you to do something, it's because I need you to do it like right now, in that moment. Yeah. I need you to do it right there in that moment. And when you don't do it, I get pissed off. With the kids, I'm like, okay, Jade or Avery, hey, pick up these toys because y'all are no longer in this room. And it's like, for me, I have all of 2 seconds before I'm snapped if you don't get to moving. And not even so much a snap. It's just like, I just don't play. I literally was raised in a military household, and then on top of that, I am in the military, actually on my way out in a few days. But so it's always been, hey, when someone walks in the room, you get up, you stand up. What is it that you need? When you're told to do something, you get on it right then and there. So I'm trying to ease out of that, honestly, within the household, because it's not a military installation. It's not, you know, my kids and my husband, they're not my soldiers. So I have to kind of learn to relax on that just a little bit. But that's how I am. So I have to for sure work on my patience. And I think working on patience and just having patience in every situation, again, it helps you overall, just balancing it all. I hope y'all enjoy my tips. I would answer some questions from my supporters from my Instagram, but I've already been talking for so long, so maybe in the next video. Okay, guys, we'll talk to you later. Boogie, say bye. Bye.